Hello, everybody. This is Barry, and you're watching Barry in the PI. Well, back a while ago, I did a video on 10 best reasons to move to the Philippines and live here in the Philippines. Uh, so today I'm going to tell you a few things that are kind of negative about living here. Uh, there's not it's not enough to make me not want to live here, but these are things that you have to adjust to and get used to and expect. One of it is the poverty here. There's a lot of very poor people, especially in the big cities like Manila. You go over to Tondo and Payetas, the Smoky Mountain garbage dump, where people actually live there at the garbage dump and collect whatever they can to get a few pesos. Live in very extreme poverty conditions. I've worked with poor people in the U.S. For much of my life. I'm used to dealing and working with them, trying to help them out. Here, you get a lot of them that are beggars, particularly in the areas where there are a lot of foreigners that come, visitors. But that stems a lot from their government's kowtowing to the Catholic Church, because they don't have contraceptives here in the Philippines. And you find families with 8 or 9, 10, sometimes even 15 or more kids, and they have no way of really feeding them very well. So yeah, you're going to see that, and if you can deal with it, come on down. They scrounge by on just trying to get a few pesos to buy some rice and maybe a vegetable or two. And that throughout the Philippines, you're going to find some of that because of, they don't have family planning here, or what the Catholic Church calls family planning, which doesn't work. So, and this leads up to the second problem here is the traffic. And I did one on traffic before. In Manila, it's just a quagmire of stop and start, people pulling in front of you, vendors out hawking on the streets where there's usually a traffic jam. You can buy newspapers to chicharrones, pork skins, which I like. And my doctor tells me stop eating. So I've had to cut down on that. But it's just going down EDSA is just a stop and start, and you can, they have lots of traffic accidents in Manila too. But even going out into the provinces, sometimes what should take you, an hour might take you 4 or 5 or 6 hours, and sometimes even more. Some of the bus companies will drive at night, take you on a trip if you're going on a long distance trip, say from here, Manila to Legazpi. They'll go at night time, but at nighttime, all the big trucks are on the road too, and a lot of other people trying to beat the daytime quagmire of traffic. And so it still takes you, I believe it was from Manila to Legazpi is about 8 or 9 hours. And it's not that far. And to drive that distance in the U.S. would just take you a few hours, a couple hours. But and you've got everything that you can imagine on the road too, from tricycles to bicycles to motorcycles to jeepneys to buses and trucks, vendors out trying to sell you something. And you've got cats, dogs, a lot of dogs, and even cattle, carabao, everything else is along that road too, or right in the middle of the road. And some areas in the provinces, you'll see they've laid out milled rice to dry it out. So it takes up a whole lane of the traffic on some roads. And then you've got work being done on the road. And that can be a real problem there. And of course, always, you got a lot of beautiful Filipinos walking along the road too. I don't mind that, but it kind of makes me take my eyes off the road sometimes. So that's probably my biggest complaint is the traffic. I just, in Manila they've been doing these new skyways, like a freeway that goes over Manila. Sometimes they're hard to get on to. I haven't been able to find a map of where they are and where they go to. So I haven't taken them too much. But the northeast, north LEX, that's a kind of a freeway. Comes out, goes on up by Angeles City and further north, La Union and that area. And here we have a SLEX, South LXAX, and it goes to Laguna and around that area, and then it gets back into just that stop and start traffic around. So, but I'm trying to find a good map that I could use to figure out how to get through Manila without having to drive through that traffic in Manila. But that's the two things that people you will notice, visitors come here, is you'll notice the poverty and you'll notice the traffic. It's pretty bad. But don't let that stop you from coming here. This is a very beautiful country and full of very friendly and hardworking people. And I've enjoyed my time here. 2 years now, almost 2 years I've been here. And I've been here before, back in the 1999 and through 2004, I think it was. So I've traveled around. I've taken some. I have ferries called roll on, roll off ferries. You drive your car, you get on it. I took one time at you talk about a slow boat to China. It was a slow boat to Iloilo, and I think it was like 20 something hours. Uh, but you can, that's another way you can get around. That's how people here travel. They take those ferries, and then they have some very good ferries that are fast ferries that go pretty quick, an hour, hour and a half maybe, to get to some places. So it's a country that of many different islands uh, and many different ethnic groups, and it's a great beauty. Some of the prettiest beaches in the world are found here in the Philippine Islands. And so there's a lot to see and do here. And so come out and visit as soon as we can. I'm hoping my brother and my nephew are going to be coming as soon as they are allowed to travel here. And let's hope that's soon. That's about it. Just thought I'd talk about those couple of things you need to be aware of when you come in here. But it is a great place, and I'm having a great time. So if I can get out, that's a problem. People don't want old guys like me traveling around anymore right now. So stay safe, take care of your pets, take care of your children, take care of the people that need it, and I'll see you soon. Over and out.